Okay, now we're going into game 3 between Napstar and DeRo. It is 1-1 in this best of 5 series, so no one's deciding anything in this game, but we are gaining advantages based on whoever wins. So on the dire side we have DeRo, and on the Radiant now we have Napstar. So let's see what these heroes decide to pick. It's a Wind Ranger coming out from Napstar, so another strong tower pusher. It's good to pick heroes that can and do have that ability to push towers, but we're going to see what DeRo chooses. He has chosen, I think it was Lina, and then it was Shadow Fiend before that. So Shadow Fiend and Lina has been his previous picks. This isn't mirror mode, so they don't have to pick the same hero, although they can agree to. So they haven't agreed to, and Puck is the choice. Very interesting. Very interesting choice. Let's see what his item. I'm really interested in what DeRo's item build is going to be actually. Wind Ranger's already there. Napstar with his standard Null Talisman 2 Fairy Fire build. And DeRo with his standard Null Talisman Fairy Fire build. I think there's something I must be missing out on. I didn't know this was the build, to be honest. I suppose it uses up all your gold efficiently, I guess. Only got 5 gold. And I suppose they do have 100. It's just not an awful lot of HP to have, but I guess you can make plays with it. I guess there's advantages. Well, there must be, else they wouldn't do it. So it is going to be the same build from both heroes, but we do have a Wind Ranger and a Puck. I suppose I have to give my analysis on who I think is going to win. Do I? I don't know. But I would say, in my expert opinion,
it's almost time for everybody to die.
In my expert opinion, I would say that that probably Wind Ranger has the advantage here, depending on the plays Puck can make. It depends. It depends how good DeRo is on his Puck, how confident he is. Against the Wind Ranger, it's always going to be difficult. It's never going to be easy. And depends on the rune as well. Runes can make a big difference, you know. Now, obviously, first thing's going to be the blocks. Napstar hasn't let any of those slippery buggers slip by yet, and neither has Puck, doing a good job. So I think it's actually quite good to let the range creep go first, but I don't know anything. Looks like both these heroes are going to end up blocking their creep, so they're not going to have a problem. DeRo has let 2 of his creeps slip by, but in the end they're going to meet in exactly the same place. So good blocks by both heroes. Napstar getting that psychological first. I think that first last hit is quite psychological. I think whoever gets it first is basically saying, you know, screw you, I can outlast you. Now, base damage wise, we've got 63 base damage. That's basically because of the Fairy Fires from Napstar. 63 against 67 from Puck. So I mean, it's quite even. I wouldn't say any of these players have an advantage necessarily in their ability to last hit. As it goes on though, I would say probably Napstar has an easier time last hitting. But Puck has been buffed recently, so he can spam out his orb a bit more. The mana cost was reduced quite significantly, so you can use the orb much more liberally than you were able to before. I do love good phase shift. I love it when someone phase shifts well. It makes me happy. It gives me happiness inside. So we're coming up for the 2-minute rune. Both these heroes just trying to get a little bit of damage off on each other. And that's exactly what they're doing. DeRo really putting that phase shift to work, making sure he's being efficient. 2-minute rune is going to be up. Let's see what it's going to be. Napstar is going to pick up this illusion rune. There is a bounty rune bot, so DeRo is just going to limp off to get that bounty rune, and Napstar's going to just farm with his illusions in the mid. So we can see last hits we're pretty even. I wouldn't say anyone's really got an advantage. Puck's actually going to get, or DeRo, sorry, is actually going to pick up his bottle first. And yeah, I think Wind Ranger's just saving for her bottle. Yeah, so pretty bog standard game. So we are 1-1 at the minute. Both these heroes have a victory.
You didn't need that.
And Puck taking a little bit of damage there. Napstar just using the illusions for good good effect. Getting a little bit of extra damage. How much damage do they do? Don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. Good orb. Just trying to lower Napstar's HP. That's what I think. That's basically kind of how you play mid. You know, you just wear your opponent down, hit by hit, until you'll kind of put them in a situation where you could make a play. For Puck, it's actually quite simple. You just kind of orb, and obviously Wind Ranger's using the power shot for a similar purpose. Oh, didn't silence in time there, and Wind Ranger gets the win run off and will do some right-click damage. Is Puck going to go on this? He is, actually. He's going to very far as well, but the tower takes him down, and Napstar's going to take a quick 1-0 lead in this third game of this best of 5. That was. Oh, don't know about that play. I mean, he had the fairy fire, so I think he felt a bit indestructible, but maybe overrated the item a little bit there, because it took 2 tower hits, and I mean, Puck is not gonna do too well against tower hits. So a good attempt by DeRo, but didn't pay off, and Napstar is going to take that and go head back to base, which might actually give Puck the time he needs just to get some extra farming. Let's look at net worth, see how that's really done. Yeah, so we can see that Napstar is about 700 in the lead, so it is gone a little bit or quite a lot in favour of Wind Ranger. So once again, things will resume mid. DeRo is not undeterred. He is going to continue. He's just dragging the creeps over to his side to give him an easier time to last hit. But Napstar's always making it difficult. And both these players just going to get a nice, a good ward for vision. It's always going to be difficult now for Puck to go on Napstar, because he's got quite a big advantage in the sense he's got 2 null talismans now, so he's actually getting quite beefy. 800 HP at this stage in the game is not bad, you know. So whereas Puck about 170 HP less is going to struggle. There's some right clicks coming on there. We've got some serious damage actually coming out from Napstar right now, and it's looking hard. Big power shot sends him very low, and it does look like he's actually going to go for this against the Puck. He does get the science off, and Napstar's taking some serious tower hits here, and Puck could have a serious advantage to even up the game. The vision knocks him off, but and then Napstar is actually going to fall. Made this 1-for-1. Did not see that coming at all. It was a very bold play from Napstar. Didn't pay off. He took tower hits around here, and he just... I think he felt like he was significantly far ahead enough to make that kind of play. Turned out he wasn't, because that was really ballsy. That's going to even things right up, actually.
Radiant has fortified its structures. Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
2 wards here, doing a fairly similar job. So, let's see what we're looking like for net worth. Both these players, Napstar still is slightly in the lead, but generally speaking, we're all tied up. So, anyone's game, I'd say. Both players have their ultimate now. So, yeah, Puck has got the invisibility rune. I don't believe Napstar has any form of detection. Is he going to pop his ultimate? Is he going to go on him here? He looks like he is. It looks like he is going to do a little bit of... Oh, no, he's just going to Just going to damage him a little bit, make him know that he's still around. And Wind Ranger obviously is going to be looking to do some damage onto this tower, something he hasn't really been able to do yet. Both towers have taken a fairly similar amount of damage, nothing significant. So, the game continues! Game continues! The 8-minute rune is coming up. What's it going to be? It's going to be an arcane for a Napstar. And it will be a bounty down bot. Looks like Puck's going to go for that. So, last hits and denies looking fairly even. And Puck is just going to go for those power treads. Something I don't look at enough is actually the builds both these players are going. The 2 Null Talisman really beefs up Wind Ranger actually, and I really actually like this build. I really like it. I really like it. I really like it because it just exactly that. It beefs up. It looks like Napstar is actually going to be using his focus fire onto the tower. He really is going to need to make use of that. I mean, it's not the biggest cooldown in the world, but doesn't get too many shots off. But he did have the arcane rune, so nice dodge there from Puck. Looks like he's gonna miss the power shot. And yes, both these players are just testing one another as to their. Oh, and that's a missed silence from Puck, but we'll have to retreat on out. Nice phase shift, just dodging that power shot. He really has to make, and looks like we might have another focus fire onto the tower. No, Puck's going to pull the wave, so doesn't make it worth it. Where is that Wind Ranger? She's heading down here, just blocking the wave, keeping it back a little bit. And so what items are these players going to be heading for now? Puck does have a Null Talisman of his own. And he will pop his ultimate. He looks like he wants to be going on him here, but the Wind Run does come out, which is pretty scary, and he's just going to orb away. Oh! Ho, ho, ho! A very, very nice power shot does hit DeRo, but he survives that one. Not quite enough damage, but a brilliant power shot nonetheless. And these players just regen up. Invisibility rune does come out from Wind Ranger. Looks like she's trying to make a play. Not too sure if she knows about. Yeah, she knows about Sentry Wards, or she doesn't care. Either way. Either way, nothing was really going to happen. Not with a Sentry Ward in the mid. Oh, and DeRo does take another power shot right to the face. Both players making use of their couriers to bottle. DeRo has spent money on a flying courier. Napstar hasn't done the same. I would say Puck probably relies a little bit more on a bottle than say Wind Ranger does, but they both need a bottle really. Oh, very nice dodge there again. And Puck does have his bottle back, so once again the game will continue. We're into 11 minutes now. Players are starting to get items. Oh, excuse me. Silence does come out. Does Puck want to get aggressive? Is he going to pop his Dream Coil? It's a very nice Shackles. And does he have the DPS? Oh, and that's a 2-1 victory for our Wind Ranger. And Napstar does take it to a 2-1. Unlucky there for our Puck. Just got the right Shackles on that creep and just... Oh, he didn't have much he could do there.